The mine-clearing vehicle was an important branch of armored weapons during World War II. Whether it was the Allied forces or the German army, they successively developed a large number of mine-clearing equipment. The Krupp Raumer S Super Heavy Mine-Clearing Vehicle was a weapon developed by Germany in 1944. Although it was not put into use, its futuristic appearance made it a legendary vehicle. Different from the mine-clearing equipment of the Allied forces, Germany's research and development work in the related field has always been unique. For example, in the famous Battle of Kursk, the German army used high-tech remote-controlled mine-clearing vehicles to tread on mines in the front, paving the way for armored units. The equipment proved to be effective, but it was too expensive, and the craters from the exploded mines made it difficult for vehicles like the Ferdinand tank destroyer to maneuver. In 1944, the German Armaments Bureau requested Krupp to design and manufacture a super heavy mine-clearing vehicle. It not only needed to have high mine-clearing efficiency, but also had to be reusable and have some armor protection to execute missions in dangerous areas. This giant vehicle was 15 meters long and 4 meters high, consisting of two sections of almost identical structures. Each section was powered by a Maybach HL90 engine, capable of delivering 360 horsepower. The mine-clearing method was the common rolling type, but instead of additional facilities, it used directly 2.7-meter steel wheels to increase the mine-clearing area, with different wheelbases for the two sections of the vehicle. The huge vehicle itself was a very obvious target, so the designers added armor protection ranging from 10 to 40 millimeters to withstand light weapons fire. As for self-defense firepower, although the sole prototype did not have related facilities, the designers had planned to install two MG-42 general-purpose machine guns during production, which could be used for both anti-personnel and limited anti-aircraft fire. Only one prototype of this giant vehicle was produced. Its massive size could indeed maneuver through minefields, making it difficult for typical anti-personnel mines to affect it and even causing only minor shaking from anti-tank mines. Although its power was weaker, it was sufficient for mine-clearing purposes. The main problems with this vehicle were, first, its enormous size. Not only was it difficult to transport over long distances, but its weight of 130 tons far exceeded the load-bearing capacity of most bridges, making it almost impossible to use at the front lines. Even if it reached the front lines, it would become an easy target for enemy air forces. Secondly, it was too resource-intensive. Weighing 130 tons, the materials and work hours required for processing and manufacturing were so extensive that it might have been more appropriate to use them to build a Tiger tank instead. Moreover, driving this steel monster would also require a considerable amount of fuel. The roar of the two engines was basically equivalent to that of two medium tanks, which the late-war German army could not afford. Of course, more importantly, Germany was on the verge of surrender at the time, and the overall focus of the military was on defense. The German army did not have a high demand for mine-clearing weapons, but rather needed defensive equipment such as interceptors. The design and manufacture of the Raumer S, this steel monster, was somewhat in line with the intentions of the Führer, similar to the Maus and E-100. As for the only prototype of this vehicle, the US military discovered it in Hillersleben in 1945, and there have been few records of it since then.